set, where them hands, where them holes, where them throws, you know what I'm saying?
So, a long time ago, when I was a kid, someone was trying to rag on my favorite passion at the time, in addition to hip hop, martial arts. He said that karate is for people that can't fight. And I remember at that time, everything was karate. Now, with a lot of people, whatever you're studying, doesn't matter what the style is, it's karate. If you looks like you're punching and kicking, it's karate. And in a sense, it is all karate. But anyway, and I thought about that recently. He said karate is for people that can't fight. You taking karate because you can't fight. I don't need to take karate because I already know how to fight. So it's supposed to be an insult. And I just said, okay, then I guess I can learn how to fight better. I just kept pushing. But he may have really had a good point. And it may not really be a bad thing. The martial arts should be there to help people that don't know how to defend themselves. What's wrong with that? Really nothing. What's wrong with, helping people who are not as physically gifted as others learn how to be able to protect themselves against other people who are more physically gifted? If you look at it like cooking, there are people who know how to cook and they've not taken a formal cooking class. But what a lot of people don't realize is they probably have someone at home who's showing them how to cook. Just like I'm sure you may have heard people that say, well, I've never, this is usually when they want to, especially criticize traditional martial arts. Well, and so never took a martial arts lesson and they know how to fight. Well, unless they are just relying on these type of wild movements, trying to windmill or just grab someone and try to hit like this, they most likely have a relative in their family that taught them some type of fighting style. It doesn't have to be what we think of as a traditional Asian style to count as martial arts training. There are a lot of people who have ways of fighting in their family, their own family way of boxing, especially their own family and neighborhood way of some type of wrestling. Maybe one of their parents wrestled when they were in high school and they're showing the child how to wrestle so the child learns how to grapple that way. Somebody was telling me, and I'm only not going to say the country, not really, it's because this is the internet, and I don't want somebody trying to say that I said something bad about a country when I'm absolutely not, or a particular race of people, which I'm absolutely not. But the internet. So I will say that this person grew up in a particular country in Asia. And I just asked him, like, so, how do you guys pass it on? Because he's a really good martial artist, in my opinion. So I assumed that he went formal lessons. He said, well, he grew up, it's passed along on the playground. They are fighting each other constantly on the playground, and that's how the moves have survived. So the techniques are passed on with kids teaching each other, kids, and they all go through it in a particular part of that country where he grew up. And I said, so that's just like how basketball is passed on where I grew up in the DC area, where everybody's playing basketball all the time on the playground. And you can learn that way, and then you can make the team. And people that may have made the team come back and train the younger people. So everybody's constantly playing basketball. We're constantly playing basketball. That's why a lot of people in this area tend to be really good at basketball. And that's not just an ethnic stereotype. I have seen little kids. I saw a boy, I swear that boy couldn't have been more than 6 years old, and he was tiny. The ball was almost as big as him. He took the ball up like this, pushed it, and that boy was shooting from the foul line. That boy was shooting threes like that. He would get the ball, he could barely dribble it, picked it up and pushed it. Because in this particular part of Maryland where I live, they have there's a lot of basketball coaches. So they tend to produce a lot of really good basketball players. And I think that same analogy can happen and go on in the martial arts in terms of, you turn that light on, please. It's interfering with what I'm doing over here. Thank you. So I think that goes on with martial arts. So now, if someone was not a natural athlete, they would probably sign up for basketball lessons if they didn't have anybody in the immediate family that could teach it to them. So if you're not a naturally gifted person, not naturally aggressive person who can protect yourself, then yeah, you should sign up for a martial arts class. Excuse me for a second. Lighting in here is getting to be pretty bad. So, moral of the story is, oh, karate's for people that can't fight. Okay. Maybe the martial arts are for people that can't fight. And that's a good thing. So that people that quote unquote can't fight can learn how to protect themselves from the bullies and criminals and abusers and other predatory types people who can fight. And that way, it's a good thing. And if you're near me, you're in the PG County area, you want to take lessons, come take a lesson from me on Saturday mornings. At the time of this video, running a class once a week. Sign on up. It's for all ages. It's like a family-oriented type of environment. Right now, though, I pretty much got all kids. But that's okay. Would you be willing to train an adult? Yes. Do you have to be in super duper shape to train in it? No. Just come, show up, and I'll work with you. Thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and share with people like to talk about the martial arts. Peace. And as always, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.